Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm Gen X Dave with Gen X and Beyond and my co host, Mokin 420.
What up?
And I do not know what happened to Dan, but I could have sworn he was just in here.
He was, I guess he was having some technical difficulties. Kind
Well,
of like me. Does my mic sound better?
I don't know, bro. Yeah, I have to wait till Dan gets in here. And since we
Because, I
are
mean,
live, you know, here's
that
that.
is
And
that is what my mic sound like.
do, do, do. And we have a guest coming in here shortly.
Yeah?
Yep. Boom, 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 boom. You muted your mic? You muted your mic. Oh, you unplugged it.
No, I unmuted it.
Okay, see, now that sounds like it's through your mic because it's that close
It
to you.
is.
Okay, so it's that close to
Yo,
you. What up, Dan the man?
what up?
And here's our special guest, Kenny.
Oh my
Oh,
god, what
Wow.
the fuck? They killed Kenny!
they killed
You
Kenny.
bastards.
Trying to figure out how to block
It's
that.
Moken trying to figure. It's Moken trying to fix his mic.
Fix it now. I don't know. What up?
What up?
What up?
See that?
Oh, nice. Moon rocks, huh?
Snow cap moon rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Don't make me come park the tow truck in your yard.
Bro, you can park it across the street.
What? The yard's more fun.
Cause I ain't got. Yeah, ain't no way you're getting. Well, unless you put Larry's car up on the road back and then back in.
All right. There. Is that better?
Yes, you're good. You're great. Just hold the mic. Don't let it
Awesome.
down.
All right.
Don't let me down. What
Why
is
not?
up,
Yeah, that's what
ladies
I'm
and
saying to
gentlemen?
this camera.
How's
Like,
it going, ladies and gentlemen? It's so blurry, Dan. I can't even see what it
right?
is.
This camera's letting me down. Don't let me down, Bruce.
Alrighty. So, uh, what's going on tonight, fellas?
You already know. On call,
You
brother.
see it? Come on with the fucking zoom already.
Hey, how was your garlic knots, bub?
They were great. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Nugget.
Next time, make it a salad.
Making a salad.
Yeah.
When did you turn into a rabbit?
When I started losing weight.
Shouldn't do that.
I got to, bro.
You gotta be fat and happy.
No, no,
Stay away
no,
from
no.
carbs
I'm
and
good.
sugar. You'll
I'm
be
good.
happy and
I'm good.
healthy.
I said I wasn't giving up my goddamn sweet tea, Dan, and you fucking backed off.
Look at that shit, folks.
That or he's not giving up
Hey, that kind of
his
sounded like
monsters.
me and
I'll
my
give up
Mountain
my
Dew.
monsters. I've already.
Right?
The
Exactly.
last 3 days has been the last 3 days I've had monsters in a month. I really don't drink them
That
anymore.
sounded like me before I gave up
Ladies and
Mountain Dew.
gentlemen, what? I'm sorry, Moken.
I said that sounded like me before I
There you
gave
go.
up Mountain Dew.
Right.
Right?
Just because I've had a few in the last couple of days doesn't mean I'm going back to drinking Monster anymore. I just had them because I was able to.
Just keeps
So
breaking up more,
just
more and more.
who's breaking up? Me?
Where'd
Oh,
Moken
your
go?
weed. Moken had to back out real quick. He's gone to the green room.
Ah,
Um. So check this out, Dan.
I
You
don't see
wouldn't
him.
believe you wouldn't believe this, bro.
What?
Bro. Today's been a crazy day, dude. I earned $30 in tips. Then my guy calls me, tells me he's gonna sell me 3 grams of moon rocks for $15.
That's a
And
hell of a
I
deal.
watched and I watched our subscribers blow the fuck up. Okay.
Yeah,
How
how?
far is blow the fuck up?
Like from 16 to 22 blow up
There
real
you go.
fast. You know?
Nice.
That's
Hey,
good.
Moken.
I mean, what?
Moken, you were talking about Mountain Dew.
I used to
That right.
drink that religiously,
And he
like
used to
day
drink two
in,
or
day
three
out
of
in
those a
Walmart.
day, bro.
I'm always running with the 2 liter.
And that's how I was.
Oh,
Like I drink a 2 liter a day, if not two of them.
Sometimes 3.
So whenever you
oh,
start pissing
oh.
blood, you quit real quick.
Do what?
Whenever you start pissing blood, you quit real quick.
Red Bulls? Oh yeah, they'll kill your
Mountain
fucking.
Dew.
No, Mountain Dew, dude.
Mountain Dew.
Oh, Mountain Dew does that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anything, anything. If you drink it, like
Enough, you'll create kidney stones, and
yeah,
it'll cause
and
you to
I
fucking
didn't
piss
have a
blood.
kidney stone, Dave. I
I
was
know,
just massively dehydrated,
and
Mm.
you was
and
pissing blood.
it
The only
took
time I had that
30
issue
something
is
years.
after my surgery.
It took 30 something years for it to happen.
All right. Well, look, check this out. You ready for this, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Our thoughts, opinions, and views are just that of our own. Does not represent or reflect any entity, including YouTube, X, Riverside, Restream, or wherever we decide to post on. So it does not. It's completely of our own. Facts don't have
Cheers.
feelings. There's only two genders. And on top of all that, for tips,
And if you get
topic
offended,
ideas,
fuck off.
topic ideas, and requests to be a guest at genxandbeyond at gmail.com. And you guys want to leave terrible comments, we're not going to block you. You want to voice your opinion, that's what you got. That's what your opinion is. We're not going to block you. We may
Our
argue the facts,
Constitution.
but we're not going to
Freedom of
block you.
speech, motherfuckers.
Yep. We are 100% freedom of speech content and 100% freedom of speech messages. We're not going to ban you or block you.
Well,
You are
It doesn't
completely
mean we
say
good.
won't
that
pound on you,
if you're
but
one of them that's burning my fucking flag, yeah, I'm gonna.
Oh, no, we're not
You
blocking
won't have
nobody, dude. We're not. No, we're not. We're. You want to burn flags? You're more than welcome to say whatever you got to say, but that don't mean we have to agree with you. That's the great thing about
Don't burn
opinion.
my fucking flag.
But I do agree. Don't burn our flag, for one. For two, if you do, it should be a criminal offense, and it should always have been that way.
no. The only condition on burning the flag is after it's damaged.
Well, that's taking care of it still. Honestly, if it's damaged, you're still doing your due diligence to respect the flag whenever you burn it.
Yep.
If it's damaged, they're buying good fucking flags from the store and burning them.
Yep. But here's my thing. Like I said, it's just of our own, and we don't claim or own any copyrights to anything. So, with that being said, there's a QR code on the side of the screen. Please hit it up and donate. Help the family out. We're in dire need. So, please click on it, like and share,
Well, get your phone up there anyway.
subscribe. So,
That's how you do it with your phone. Click.
yep, they know what a QR code is by now,
Yeah,
Moken.
but you're telling them to
What's the
click
QR
on it.
code?
What's that? What is a QR code?
The
Yeah.
QR code
What's the
right here.
QR code?
Shut the
What is
fuck
one?
up, Kenny.
Do we want like a
Kenny,
first
shut up.
grader explanation, or do we
No,
want like
don't even buy into his
fucking
nonsense. Don't
or
even buy into
PhD
his nonsense.
description?
Don't do it. Don't buy into his
PhD
nonsense.
subscription.
Like expert level 5.
Yeah,
I thought it
really.
was expert level 10.
Does it go up that high? I don't know. I don't know that much about that one. I'm not any of those experts.
Yeah, I went
So
and snatched up a car last night.
yeah,
That motherfucker was nasty.
really.
Oh yeah, the lady turned around. I guess it. The ignition switch was worse than my truck,
Oh wow.
and you know how that one was. I got
Yeah,
fed up with it
trash.
and took a hammer to it.
Yeah, I know.
But this one here, you were still able to start the motherfucker using a screwdriver.
Yeah. What
I mean,
hers?
I remember them.
Yeah, the
Bro,
lady's
look,
car.
my dad's old 70 or 71 Monte Carlo. All right. He didn't believe me that I could go out and start his car without the keys. And he was like, prove it to me. So I went out there and I turned that thing and started that son of a bitch right up, dude. I said, told you I didn't need your keys. He's like, what the fuck? I was like, your ignition lock is busted, dude. I was like, so you better lock your fucking car up. Otherwise, you're going to get jacked.
Could you tell that before you told him you were going to be able to start it without the keys, or were you planning on like ripping it off and breaking it if it
No,
wasn't already broken?
no. This is how it happened.
Uh,
I saw something
Well,
funny
what happened was,
when he shut the car off one day to go into the gas station real quick. I had stayed out in the car and I saw something weird with the tumbler. Those old cars, you could tell by
Right.
looking at it if it fucking bounces weird when you turn it. Well, some didn't seem right. So when he got out the car and went inside, I reached over and turned it and it cranked.
okay.
All right. And then I
I had
flipped
that
it back
child
real quick.
safety.
So I flipped it back real quick, right? And he comes out, and the next day he was like, "You want to go for a ride with me? Go up to the bar and shoot some pool or something?" I was like, "Dude, I can start your car right now." No, you can't. I opened the door, started that bitch up. He was like, "What the fuck?" It was about 2 weeks later. He traded that car off for a pick 'em up truck. He was like, "You ain't stealing my car, son." I was like, "I had no intentions of stealing that piece of shit." And this motherfucker was a straight rust bucket. So
Rusty buckets.
Rusty buckets. True
the
shit box edition.
fucking moon rock. The fucking moon rock.
You hear me, Dave?
What's up, bud?
I said the true shit box edition.
Yeah, true shitbox edition.
Okay. We've all had those in our lives.
I've owned them. I own a 77 Thunderbird.
I still got two
Look
just
at my
sitting
Dodge.
around waiting for me to do something with them.
You still got
Look at my
two
Dodge
what?
I had.
I got a 2004 Dodge Durango just sitting waiting for me to rebuild it, and I got a 2013 Chevy Volt waiting for me to rebuild.
Um, why?
I don't have a vehicle.
Why? Because I own them outright, and I'm not just going to let them sit. They're not scrap, but they're going to scrap the longer they sit
Yeah, no shit.
without being fixed. But yeah,
So
problem
which
is,
one's got the aluminum block?
which one? Well, the Durango has a 5.9 Magnum in it, so
Okay, so that's a steel block.
yeah, and then the Volt has like I think it's like a
See
1.8
it, Dave?
liter.
That's an aluminum block.
Yeah, it's a little 4-cylinder generator motor.
So what you
Do
do
you
is
see it, Dave?
see what? No, I don't see nothing. See what?
Oh, you can't see the fact that there's
Oh yeah,
no steering column.
There's no steering column.
Wait. Show that one more time here. We'll blow it
Hold
up
on a second.
for our audience.
Let me see if I can turn around and do this with my flashlight on. Make it a little easier.
Oh shit, that motherfucker's done,
Huh.
son. There's no steering column. That some bitch is all gone.
All gone.
Well, that's okay. You know what you do with that Chevy Volt, bro?
There goes the other steering column.
Yep, I see
I got
it.
The one
I
I
got my
busted
own
the
plans for it
whole
already.
switch off
I,
of.
I know what you do with it, bro. You just need to listen.
Hold
You
up,
ready
hold
for
up. I
this?
got
He's fucking my ears up with that shit.
sorry folks, my mic came out. What now?
Hey, you know what you do with that, right?
What's that?
He lost
You
connection.
fucking goddamn
What
take
do you want to
that.
do with my Volt? I
Yeah,
already have plans for it. What do you want to do with it?
I want to fucking yank the motor out and strip it down to just the bare block and fucking um clean the block up and take it in for aluminum.
Okay, why would I do that?
Why wouldn't you?
Because it's still a
Welcome
good
back.
car.
Thank
The
you.
battery in it alone is worth $5,000.
Okay, so what the fuck is wrong with it?
It needs a. It needs a. Excuse me, I'm choking on my weed. Anyway, it needs a the upstream catalytic converter, the one that's on the exhaust header, which they don't make anymore because, along with discontinuing that car, they discontinued the parts manufacturers, and they only had a finite supply of catalytic converters. And during COVID, platinum went through the fucking roof, so there's a shortage of catalytic converters
Yeah,
for
sure.
Chevy cars. So Chevy can't get
I
me a
call
fucking
bullshit.
replacement. Yeah, call your local dealership and see if they got one.
I will.
No. I call bullshit.
Hey, send me the information.
No.
Hold on,
Hey,
hold
So
on.
basically, the
send me the
workaround.
info because I work
So
with a Chevy dealership.
it's a 2013 Chevy Volt. It's just a upstream catalytic converter. These guys are the OEM told me they don't have it. It's been discontinued and they don't have it in stock in network. So the workaround is just to get a fucking welder guy to make you your own out of a universal catalytic converter. And I haven't had time to fuck with that yet. So it's just sitting in my garage.
Fuck, you bring that bitch to fucking Illinois. We do. Us Illinois boys run it fucking straight pipe. Don't fuck
Well,
around.
no, that's the problem, dude. The car runs, but I'm not allowed to drive
About
it.
like the
It's
Dodge, I
300
straight
in
pipe that
PA.
bitch.
Pennsylvania's an inspection state, and without that catalytic converter, it fails the inspection. So I'm not allowed to drive it without
Well,
getting it. If
if
I get pulled
you
over, it's a $450 fine.
You know what you do with it? You throw that
So
bitch. Me and my brother
even though
Kenny. Hold on, me and my brother Kenny will bring the roll back all the way out there. We'll pick it up and bring it
you,
back to Illinois. Actually, we'll just bring it up until we
Dave
get
Monroe muffler's
into,
right down the fucking road, man. I'll just
bro.
don't make
Dude,
me a
fuck
fucking
that,
catalytic
dude. Give me
converter.
your
It's gonna
information
cost a
on the
little bit
car.
more.
Give me the information on your car, the VIN number, really, and that way I could sit there and call our guys. Kenny could call his guys, and we could probably find one here.
Hold on a
Yeah,
second.
well,
You
you don't
know
need
how
the
many
VIN.
Chevy
Dude,
Volts?
they only had one
Uh,
engine in that car. The car, they imported the entire Chevy Volt from some fucking Taiwanese manufacturer. There were limited suppliers to begin with. There's only
What
one
year was
model.
it?
It's a
You said a 13 Chevy
2013
Volt.
Chevy Volt.
Hold on
So
a second. I'm looking it up right now.
the motor isn't even a real motor. It's like a 1.35 or a 1.5. It's a small ass motor because the motor is just a generator. The drivetrain is ran by an electric motor. It has a battery in it that like the battery alone is like 5K. Uh, but it only gets 15 to 30 miles off of full battery. So it's like,
Exhaust
but
assembly,
the
exhaust
fucking
exhaust
thing gets
pipe,
close to. I get 50 miles per gallon on it on the highway because of the electric assist.
muffler, exhaust pipe, exhaust resonator.
Upstream catalytic converter. It's the one that's built into the header. Like it's a bolt-on. You got to be exact fit. So the person who makes the replacement, when I ultimately have someone just make the replacement, they're gonna have to use the same bolt-on brackets and then just weld a universal in place of the one that's on there now. So they're gonna have to take it off, cut it, put a universal one on, weld it, put it back on my car.
Does it start and drive?
Yeah.
Okay, then why don't you fucking cut midline pipe and put a catalytic converter on it and just fucking call it one?
Dave, I just told you PA is an inspection state. They literally stick a fucking probe up the ass of the car and
Okay, I
measure the exhaust.
understand that.
It's
Look,
not going to pass with that. It already
why
has
not?
Okay,
it,
do you
because
know
it
what
already
the
has the
3-digit
bigger
code is for it?
catalytic converter
For the
downstream
manifold?
that can't do it by itself. What's
What's the
that?
Do you know what the code number is for the manifold? Is it an NU5, a NU6, or a NT7?
No, I'd have to look that up. So, how many
Because I
versions do
got
they have?
3:
They have.
NU5, NU6, and a NT7.
What's the difference?
California emissions and then federal emissions.
Okay, so they're all going to fit. It's just a matter where you're at. So, is
Yeah,
that the only difference? Okay, so federal emissions
and
one.
I can get access to one for $250.
There you go. Can you ship it?
I can actually have it shipped. Yes.
Send me a link. There you
It's
go.
car dash part.
Hey, no, send me the link, Kenny. Send
Like,
me the link so I
there's
can send it to Dan.
All
or
right.
or if you have access to the private chat on your phone there. I don't know if you have access
No,
to the
just
private
send me
chat
the
on
link,
there or
bro.
not.
Just
Yeah,
not.
just send it to Dave. It'll make it a whole lot easier.
Yeah.
But
I'm already putting it in the comments.
the whole thing is it was under warranty through the fucking manufacturer, through an extended warranty, and they couldn't find it.
There you go.
Did you get that?
Carparts.com, baby.
Oh, okay.
And it has a whole listing of different places that has it. There's like 3 or 4 pages of it.
You go to Rock Auto, they might have it too.
Yeah.
See, there's always a will and a way, Dan. Always
I
a will
know.
and a way.
I know. It's just I was trying to get it OEM from GM, dude. That's what I was saying. I was waiting for them to get it in stock because it's kind of prepaid
Oh,
through
it's
them.
already prepaid.
Yeah, it was supposed to be part of the paid warranty, extended warranty.
Oh, okay.
But they pulled, oh, it's not in stock. So when it does come in stock, even if you don't have your warranty, we'll put it on there for free. But I haven't heard from them for a year and 3 months or something like that.
Because they won't call
Oh,
you.
right.
Yeah, they don't
Oh
call.
no, I've called them, but it's just to
But
check up on it.
they
But
won't
yeah, they got my
do
work
nothing
order
for
in.
you.
My work order's still open at the dealership. What are we talking about here? Let's see.
I think that dealership's fucking you over.
Upstream. No, I have like 6 of them close by, so it's not available OEM, man. This carpart.com is not an OEM. If it is OEM, it's going to probably be a used part, right?
It is
No,
used parts.
What's that?
It
They
is
are
used parts.
used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So
I
It's
got junkyards close by here that have Chevy Volts in them. That could possibly have a decent torque catalytic converter.
exactly. It could have
So
been one they
that was
it's only
my
been
whole
ran a
point. I
couple
haven't had
thousand
time to
miles
fuck with it.
and then smacked with a fucking by another car.
in a rear end.
Right. Oh, I love this car. I don't want to get rid of it. I have plans for it.
plans for Volt.
Yeah, no, I have plans for what's in the Volt, like the parts.
Oh.
I'm an engineer. I'm gonna like bust that shit up and reuse the motors. And I work with Raymond forklifts for a little bit, so I know how to use a motor controller to basically bypass all the fucking Chevy shit and drive the motors myself using a motor driver. So I'm talking about using that shit because Chevy's fucking software, dude. They regulate that shit down so fucking much. You fucking look up Volt hacks on YouTube, man. Those things, the Volt will, even though it has a much smaller battery, it'll keep up with the Teslas that haven't been upgraded. the single motor Teslas or the double motor Teslas, whatever the base is.
Dual motor.
Yeah. So it's a badass little car, man. I'm sure if I could redo the fucking software, I would be able to do 9.6 on a quarter, no problem.
But that's the website that I used in order to track down parts for my truck.
Yeah, it's cool. I got it bookmarked now. I'm looking through it a little bit, but
I mean, yeah, it might be used parts, but you know what? Like I said, you can find one that's only been ran a couple thousand miles.
well, I don't mind putting used car parts on it when it comes down to it, but the thing is, it's a garage car, so it's just sitting there. It's not in the weather, and I have a brand new car that I'm got a $600 a month fucking payment on that I'm driving. That's my full time driver. So
Right.
now the Durango is a 2014. It's been sitting since 2012, but like the body don't got no fucking rust on it. It's clean. The frame is still perfect,
Hell yeah.
and I have a rebuild kit for the for that um, the header bolts on that thing.
Yeah.
So there's a tech bulletin on that Magnum engine that the bolts they use to hold the header on would come loose and the heads would pop off, like sometimes
Yep.
violently. And when enough of them pop off, then you get leaks. And that's to the point that the motor was. Is I went and bought the new brackets and everything to do this, but at the same time, transmission belt blew on it from coming from the transmission to the tranny cooler.
Oh, that's
I end up having a '99 Dodge Ram 1500 Sport. Had the 5.9 in it. I ended up shooting the fucking rod through the transmission,
Oh shit!
through the transfer case, and then back through the transmission, shearing every fucking gear.
How the fuck did that happen?
I was just driving down the road,
Normal use.
just normal
Holy
use.
fuck! Did you put synthetic in that shit?
Hell yeah, I did.
And it's what the fuck, man.
it didn't lubricate it like it was supposed to.
Hey, I've seen that kind
Hey,
of shit
listen,
in
he
race cars all the
fucking
time, but
dude, he napalm the fucking goddamn transfer case. Napalm the shit. I've never seen a transfer case blow a
fucker
fucking
exploded, huh?
hole through it, but it blew a fucking hole straight through the transfer case. I've never seen that ever in life.
Nice.
Wow.
I was gently getting ready to pull into my trailer park and fucking it did that shit. Fucking shot the drive shaft out from the transfer case.
How many
I
miles did
stood the
it have
whole
on it?
173,000.
That's not a whole lot for
No,
that to happen. Fuck.
No, not on a fucking pickup truck. It's not a
Like,
whole
and
lot,
you didn't have no engine mounts, no going
dude.
fucking
Everything was
hanky,
there,
nothing to
dude.
show
No,
that like
everything
your
was,
engine's
I
about to
rebuilt it.
explode.
dude.
Ah,
The
I
motherfucker was
rebuilt the motor pretty
the
much.
the son
yeah.
of a bitch was stable as fuck, bro. That son of a bitch wasn't moving nothing. There was nothing crooked on the frame. There's nothing to explain it except for one thing only. The fucking transfer case. That son of a bitch napalmed, bro.
He said he threw a
Napalm.
rod into the transfer case. Like
The rod that
it's
go
not
that
going to
linkage
suck
rod,
the fucking
Yeah, the
rod
linkage
in.
rod. Yeah.
the
If the
linkage
rod,
rod that goes between the transfer case and the transmission. It
Yeah.
shot it through the transfer case and then back into the transmission, shearing every gear.
Yep. Napalmed it, bro.
I
I,
broke every bit of the chain on the inside.
Yep. That son of a bitch, you opened it up, it was fucking crumbs pouring out of there.
dude, you can get a crate
Crumbs.
engine and tranny pre-installed. Drop that shit in all at once.
This dude's rebuilding him a mud toy, bro. Don't worry about it. He's
Oh yeah.
got this son of a bitch good.
What kind of mud
I,
toy?
He's building
I
a
got a
fucking
'97 GMC Sierra K 1500.
All right. You got a welder?
I don't need a welder.
Huh? Because I got a
I don't
project.
need a welder.
Oh, I need one. I was asking. I was like, oh.
No, if I need a welder, I'll either take it into work where I work at, or I'll take it over to my cousin and have him weld it up for me.
There you go. Fuck. I want to put a roll cage in my Durango.
That, or I can always take it into my other job and drop it off because I work two different jobs. Because I'm working at Friendly Honda, which I'm working on Hondas, and then of course the towing, which we also have an auto body shop and all that shit. So
What do you do? Auto body or mechanic?
towing.
Towing?
Yep.
He just told you.
I'm dude, do you see this weed I'm smoking? Like you might as
Yeah,
well
but it ain't no motherfucking moon rock, bitch.
repeat yourself 3 times.
There's
I
no
feel like
place
I'm
like
repeating
moon
myself
rock.
6 times
There's no
sometimes.
smoke like moon rocks. There's no smoke like moon rocks. Tap my fucking glass bongs together while I'm saying there's no smoke like moon rocks.
There's no smoke like moon rocks. No, I'll do a dab and then smoke my fucking joint, or I'll put
Yeah.
the dab in the joint.
Well, that's always good too because I do that with the blunts.
I've been looking at getting me another truck.
Yeah, what are you looking into?
I've been looking at some newer Chevy, either Chevy or GMCs.
Mm. Are they making any hybrid trucks?
Well, it's not a truck; it's a SUV.
Ah, fuck! I have one of those. They suck. They get a little bit better gas mileage, but you got a lot less torque.
But I mean, the Chevy Silverado that they just released
Yeah,
is a hybrid.
like
Brand
some
new Chevy
people
Silverado, and then when you press a button, it sounds like it's doing the fucking transformer transference.
Yeah, because there's speakers in the exhaust.
That's fucking cool. Yeah,
But
I
look
got
it up;
the
it's a 2025 Chevy Silverado.
okay. Chevy layoff. Consider it advertising. We don't want to hear about no fucking copyright strikes.
I will own another fucking Chevy Silverado
Only
before
if
I
they
die.
don't bitch about us putting their brand up on our screen right now.
They won't.
What kind of car are we talking about here? You said Silverado, right?
Yep,
Hmm.
Well, it's got a lot.
2025
And
Chevy
and
Silverado.
and not the XLT either. We're talking about
Uh,
base edition. This is the one I want. I don't give a fuck about all that extra shit. Means nothing to me. I just want it to go forward and reverse, turn left and
Right
right. And
there. That black one you just had up looks pretty decent.
yeah.
yeah, I want the all black one with the chrome rims.
Which build? Are we talking about 1500, 25?
Base 1500
Stand,
Silverado.
That black one right there?
that's an EV.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck.
that's the new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Is it
don't want
all
nothing to do with
electric?
that.
Yes.
I don't want all electric.
Yeah, I don't want all that.
I don't want to be
Check it
stuck.
out though. It's fucking
I don't
awesome.
want. I don't want to be stuck charging if there's no power.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know, I could fill up 30 times faster than y'all could charge. Fuck
Dude,
that.
I like the hybrids, man, because you got that battery for all your local errands, so you end up using your house electric to charge it to get around town.
Yep.
And then when you want to go to Chicago or somewhere over 200 miles, you
There
have
is a
that
cheap
ability.
way of doing it though. With it
How's that?
being a truck, there is a cheap way. You get the fucking portable
Generator.
unit and you
Yeah,
fucking fire up the generator in the back of
and
the
you
truck.
take some gas with you.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
just
It'll
So
charge.
go.
it's pretty fun. Hold on. So you're telling me I have to buy gas to charge my electric vehicle if I can't get to a terminal fast enough
Yeah, that's what the
for my
hybrids
don't
are.
use
generator.
the
That's what
fucking
you're saying.
terminal.
That's what you're
That's what the
saying, right?
hybrids are.
Or
Yeah.
don't use the fucking terminal.
Hold on. No. If it's a fully electric vehicle,
Buy
when
a
I'm
generator
and
and
hold on,
charge it like
when I
that.
leave the house, okay, when I leave the house and I decide to go on a 350-mile trip, knowing that my battery's fully charged for 400 miles, knowing that once I get out there on the road, it's actually only 275. I'm going to have to pull over on the side of the road if I can't get to a charging station fast enough and use a generator with gas to
Well, yeah.
charge my
No,
electric vehicle.
I mean,
Then I got
that's
something for you.
no.
Why don't we
that's
do
what a
this?
hybrid is,
Use the
Dave.
Hold
fucking
on, hold on.
generator.
Let's listen. Why don't we do this? Instead
Smoking.
of me
Yeah, just use
having
it.
if instead of me having to pay for electric and gas, I'll just pay for gas.
Right.
What?
To fill up gas cans for
Okay,
No,
the
you do
generator.
I'm not
that.
transporting
But you
fucking
do that,
liquid
Dave.
gas. I'm
That's
not
fine.
transporting gas cans
You
or
do
a fucking
you.
generator for a stupid electric car. It's the goddamn dumbest thing I ever fucking heard. Okay,
That's
not doing
exactly
it.
what I have,
Fuck,
and it's awesome. I get like 40
fuck
miles to a gallon in an
Tesla.
SUV, dude. Like,
Fuck Tesla. Fuck all
yes,
that
I
shit.
use gas to charge a battery, and then the battery drives the motor, and I actually get better gas mileage than
No
the
hate,
equivalent
Elon.
car
We just
putting
prefer gas.
fuel into it.
You
Like
keep all that dumb shit.
my Volt's a hybrid. It gets 50 miles to a gallon,
You know what I could do? Still work on my car.
and I can go 30 miles. Oh, dude, not if you got an upstream fucking catalytic converter and you don't want to
That's your
fucking frig
goddamn fault for buying a dumbass car.
it. Whatever, Dave.
Hey, Dave, did I
Dave
tell you what my
Hater.
brother or what my cousin bought? He bought one of
What?
those fucking rolling dumpsters.
Why?
A Tesla truck?
Why?
Yes,
Oh,
he
well,
bought
there you go,
himself a
Dave. Buy
Tesla
one of
truck.
them, and then you don't got to worry about your 275
I
mile
am not
scenario because you'd be able
motherfucking
to go
buying
there and
nothing
fucking
electric.
back.
Dude, if I buy
No,
a
you
fucking
won't.
Tesla truck, if I buy a Tesla truck, I'm stripping it out and putting a fucking diesel motor in it.
The only way I would convert to biodiesel. I'll take that for sure. The best of both worlds would be to take my hybrid and convert the generator that's in my hybrid to a biodiesel.
All I'm saying is this: I'll never drive
What?
an electric
Because then I
car.
can grow
I'd
pot
rather go back to
and I could grow
walking.
hemp. I could grow fields of hemp, man, fields of that shit. And I can press the seeds for their oil and stick that shit right in my fucking gas tank.
Did you not hear me? I'd rather go back to walking than drive an electric vehicle or have anything to do with that trash.
Whatever, dude. Electric vehicles preceded gas.
It, they
It's just
won't
I
last
don't know. I
long.
don't understand your hatred of technology. That actually, the only reason it
Because
didn't last
All right,
long is
all
because
right.
they
Okay,
Listen,
decided
see,
to go further
the
in
than they
downfall
okay,
with the
here
electric
carry.
vehicles,
I'm
the
not.
here's
downfall
one
with the
major
electric
problem. Or
vehicle is
two.
you cannot tow it because you have to pick that motherfucker up and move it. Because you cannot roll that because as soon
What?
as you roll it, you start to charge the motor and it catches fire.
That's not my hybrids. You got
Listen, I'm not talking about trash ass
No, I'm
hybrids.
talking about the
There's
fully
there's two
electric
problems.
vehicle.
the Volt can
There's
move.
there's two problems with electric. Okay, the more you charge it, the faster the battery goes dead.
Mhm.
Right?
You want to know my
No,
hatred towards electric vehicles? When the
No.
goddamn
no,
battery is
that's not a
20,000
problem.
fucking dollars to replace, that's when it
Yeah.
becomes a fucking problem.
So
Okay,
if
well,
you don't
that's
constantly
not the
charge a
technology's
battery, it
problem.
don't.
That's access to the fuel, and like that's what the fuel is. The fuel is the battery, and it's the lifetime of the car, and
No, it
it's a
ain't.
lot. Yeah, because it's a lot cheaper to recharge the battery than it is to put gas in a car.
Bro,
That's the whole
do
point.
you
Like
not
the equivalent
understand?
of
Hold
an
on.
all electric
Hold on.
car is like 120 miles to a gallon.
Hold on.
Could you imagine how much if gas was $2 a gallon and you got 100 miles to a gallon out of it?
Hold your
That's the
phone.
equivalent.
hold your phone.
Yeah,
You're 100% not talking about hybrids. I'm talking about pure electric vehicles.
right. Well, the
Okay,
batteries suck.
hold on.
They're expensive. That's just the problem they got to overcome.
Hold on. The problem is that the fully electric vehicles do not go the mileage my Sonata does.
Which ones?
None of them.
Like every model has its own range, just like every model
None
has its
of
own
them.
miles per gallon. A Honda is going to get different than a Tesla is going to get different than a Nissan.
Okay,
You
hold on. Here's what
like
I'm saying.
that was the
Hold
whole point
on.
of
This
him
is what
mentioning
I'm
the
saying.
truck because you said you wanted to go 500 miles, and the dump truck, the dumpster is a 500-mile car.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. If you
No, it
get the
ain't.
upgraded model with the more expensive battery, you get 520 miles
And the
with
four
none of your
motors,
accessories
one
on.
on each
No, it don't.
tire.
Nope,
That's
nope, no, it
whatever,
don't.
Dave. That's just the advertised fucking miles per gallon of the battery, full of charge, man. I
And
mean,
that's the biggest lie and scam in electric
okay.
vehicles.
No, I mean, when I bought my Volt, it said 30-mile range, and I get 30 miles to a full charge. That is what it is. If you drive like a beast, if I put it in sport mode, I'm only getting 20 miles. I understand that. So there's an eco button and when you have the eco button on, you get the advertised shit as long as you don't drive it like a beast.
Understand this. You're talking about your fucking hybrid that still takes fuel.
Yeah, but I
Okay?
can
Hold
still
on.
drive exclusively. I
Hold
can
on.
turn the engine off and drive it as an all electric vehicle. You just press the all electric button, and
Hold.
the advertised range is 30 miles.
30 miles on a single charge.
Yeah, because it has a smaller battery in it. It don't cost $25,000 like what you're talking about. It's
I
50.
get look, in a full electric vehicle in
No,
a
it just costs
Tesla is
3 grand.
$10,000 to $20,000 to replace, if not more.
Right. It depends
Okay.
on the battery.
And the mileage on them cars that they advertise are complete lies. They say they go 350-mile range, you're only getting 275. They say they go 500, you're only getting 425. And the reason why I know this is because there's plenty of videos on YouTube with people who own electric vehicles, including Teslas, that could fucking vouch for that. And will tell you on a full charge, a real electric vehicle, all electric,
Dude,
not a
do you know
hybrid
how
that
the
still
NT
runs on gas. Hold on, let me finish. Not the ones that still run on fucking gas.
it's all
Full
anecdotal,
electric,
dude.
full electric vehicle. They're
Dude,
not worth the money unless you're rich,
do you
and
know
they
what you got
don't
to
go the
do?
mileage.
Do
They
you know when
don't
you
go the
go buy a
mileage they're
brand new
advertised.
car? When you go to buy a brand new car, there's a little fact chart sitting on the fucking car, and it says the economy of that car. In order for them to put that on there, they have to send it out to an independent lab that then determines the fuel gas mileage, the miles per gallon, and puts it on there. That's where it comes from. And when Tesla says their truck gets this, they send that out and they do the same independent testing. When any of these electric cars, if it's stamped on the sticker that they put on the window, if it's on the window sticker, there's a lab somewhere that drove that car in such a way where it did achieve that. And you could too if you drove according to that. But I mean, you don't want to sit there and like take a quarter mile to get up to your highway speed, but that's what those testers do. So they are able to get those ranges if
They
they
They just
drive
don't.
don't
the
tell you how
car
to
in
do
a pussy way. I get it. You don't want
Bro,
to drive like a pussy. You don't want
here's
to
the
take
problem.
20
Here's
minutes
the
to get
problem with
somewhere you
that.
can get in 15 minutes,
Here's the
but you
problem.
got to sacrifice your what they tell you can get versus what you actually get.
And they're not driving the vehicle right. The testing's flawed.
It's based on the best you could get in the best possible circumstances. And that
And
is
tell me a
dependent
driver
on the
that
And
drives
driver and
anything
how
like
they
that.
drive.
Okay.
So,
So,
and I
like I
drive like a
said,
bat out of hell, but I don't complain when my 30 miles a gallon car only gets 20 miles a gallon because I fucking have a levy foot, a levy foot, a
here's the
lead
thing.
foot.
I can fill up my tank and drive 70s to 80 miles an hour from here to Pryor, Oklahoma, and almost all the way back to St. Louis on a full tank. If I had a full electric car, I'd be lucky to make it to St. Louis before I had to fucking pull over and charge. Be lucky to make it to Joplin before I had to pull over and charge. Be lucky I made it through Veneta, Oklahoma to get down to Pryor before I had to pull over again and let it charge. Fuck that nonsense.
You're just wrong. If you had the mid-range trash can battery, you would be able to make it to Chicago and back. How far away is Chicago?
It's 3.5 hour drive.
How far though? How many miles?
I don't know how many miles. I just know by
Three and a
hours.
half hours. So that's probably what 180, 200. Yeah, you'd be able to make it there and back on the mid-priced battery.
Bullshit.
Yeah, well, if I wanted to spend $80,000, I would do it just to fucking put it on the podcast and say, "See, Dave, call Whistling Diesel. I hear he lives by you,
And then I'm
and
gonna
he
tell
keeps
you, and I'm gonna tell
bashing the
you this
shit
right
out of
here.
a dump
Do,
out of one of
do
them."
we have $80,000 to throw in on the
Hold on,
fucking car?
hold on. No, no,
Whistling
no, no,
Diesel
no, no,
does,
no, no,
dude.
no,
He
no, no,
beats
no,
the
no.
shit out of one on a
Listen.
daily basis.
Listen. What I would do is I would constantly trash talk the whole fucking time. And I'll be like, "You're driving like a fucking girl, like the scientists
You
drive."
have like it is a hatred. It's not based on. It's like the
When the
Xbox
parts are
versus
cost more
PlayStation
than a
shit.
basic
Like,
sedan, when the parts cost more than a basic sedan, I'll give no fuck that. A Tesla fucking battery is fucking anywhere from 10 to 30 grand to replace, and the batteries don't have the lifespan they say they have.
No,
Fuck,
they burst in flames.
I'd rather pay $200 for a starter for my car than pay 10 grand for a fucking battery on a fucking vehicle. I'm gonna have to pay 10
I don't
grand for
know.
another battery on in 5 years. Fuck that.
I don't know. I don't have a Tesla yet, so I don't think I'm going to buy one.
Does
I like
insurance
my
pay for it?
hybrids. I like having the best of both worlds. I have the performance of an
Because
electric motor, and I have the range
without the
of a gas.
battery, ain't it totaled?
What?
An electric car.
What? If it's no, it's not totaled. You can buy the
With
batteries used if you want to sacrifice lifetime and longevity and charging. I mean, every used battery,
why is that?
the more you use a battery, it breaks down, just like an
Ha!
engine.
Ha!
Just like
Right
engines
there.
wear out. Oh, ha ha! Most of the batteries get
If
more than
you
200,000
charge a
miles
battery
out of them.
for too long, at any point in time, you will kill the lifetime of that battery by
No,
a lot.
every battery, just like every engine, they have a certain amount of charge cycles. Just like every engine has a certain amount.
Here's the one thing that I do know about every
And then
electric vehicle. Here's one thing I do know about every electric vehicle. That's the one
Like-
thing they did put in the system when they created, is that the fact that when the battery hits full, it turns the charger off at the terminal. So no matter if it's plugged in or not, it's not overcharging. That they did put in every electric vehicle.
Most of these charge to 75% in 45 minutes. That's what the whole turbochargers are.
75.
I mean, the technology has a way to go, but the performance superiority of electric over an engine, biodiesel is the most economical way to go. If you're worried about wanting to get your best bang for the buck on your everything else.
And I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind electric car if they added a fucking alternator to each rear wheel and fucking charge the battery as I'm driving, so I
Well,
would
that's
never have to stop.
the Mitsubishi's Eclipse car that had 4 onboard motors. That's what they did. Like when when I stop in my cars, I don't use my brakes. I downshift my electric motor to a regeneration state where it slows the car and recharges my battery. So, I mean, and if I actually am conscious of this and turn this on when I go down hills, I can like double my range. But I don't normally give 2 shits about my range. See if this fills up on here. Kenny, check this out. These guys have seen this before.
I can't see it.
It's filling up.
I can't see what it is. I got. There we go. That's awesome looking.
Trying to zoom back out. My camera's not responding. So
We broke it. Oh, that's an infuser. Turns it into a vapor. Yeah.
Dave, you need to get these in stock, man. These would
We
be
got
bad.
those.
What's it called?
It's a fucking. I don't know what it's called. I have to wait till I go to work tomorrow.
Vaporizer.
I hear you. I hear you choking in there. Lightweight.
Oh shit. Yeah, I almost filled this fucker up, man.
She cleared it though like a boss.
Yeah, I can't. I would be choking my fucking head off, man. It's smooth though, especially when you have a brand new fucking
Coil.
coil on it. Yeah. So it's still spinning. You just press the button twice. I love this shit, dude. It's spooky.
You're fucking weird. It ain't no moon rock.
No, it's not. 99.5% THC. and a beautiful little bundle.
Look at that snow cap.
Excuse me. Take me off main camera.
Yeah, what the fuck's wrong with you, bro?
Presentation's over.
Yeah, exactly.
Go get yourself one. Hit Dave up. He'll tell you where to get one. They're fucking awesome, man. Put sugar and diamond wax, anything but green, but flour. Yeah, you
We
can put a
got-
cart on there, dude. It'll kill you with the cart because it won't literally because no pot will kill you. But yeah, dude, you'll clear the whole cart in one hit if you let it fill up that jar.
What?
Yeah.
Nice.
You want to see it? Do we have a cart we can waste in one hit? We throw it on there and show them. She'll check. Let's talk about other shit.
That's fucking great. Oh my god. Anyways, so
But yeah, that car I picked up
federal-
last night, I put it in the wrong fucking lot last night.
Oops.
Oops.
I put it in the wrong impound lot.
Hey, we have 2 watchers.
Welcome to the show.
Nice.
Don't see him in the
Welcome,
chat
welcome.
yet. If you're
Yeah, if you
enjoying it,
put something in the chat, we'll
If-
put it on stream.
right? If you're enjoying our
Mhm.
smoke shesh,
Sesh. Sesh.
give us a shout out. This is
Yeah.
what we do. Kenny.
This dude can't even
Right?
fucking
We
talk.
sit here and we smoke weed and we put videos and other shit up.
He is fucking shit up like a pan
Argue.
full of cha-cha-chas.
We argue about whether or not this car on the screen here.
No, bro, we're not arguing, dude. We're having a general discussion about how shitty electric
Yeah,
vehicles
there's a
is.
big
Well,
difference.
that's the argument because your opinion is not an objective fact.
It's not an argument, it's a debate.
Yeah, so it becomes a debate/argument.
I'll call it the way I want to see it. God damn it.
Well, I just
The way
I
you
have
wanna
my
see it.
opinion, and then I have a clear view of objective facts, and I can see the Tesla's Cybertrucks beat the shit out of its equal part in the regular trucks.
I'll stick with gas powered.
And you get more distance. Like, I mean, I can see the stats. Like, I I understand why someone would want something like this.
I
However, I don't.
if
So
I
like I'm
had
arguing.
listen, if I had $1 million, bro, I would buy one of those, put it out in the
I
field, and then borrow the Army's Gatling gun and blow it to bits.
well, dude, that's pretty much what Whistling Diesel did with his. So you
And
can
I'm
skip all
sorry,
that and just watch his video.
if I was to get something like that, I'd have to go out, buy a generator, and just use that exclusively to
Yeah,
charge the
I
vehicle and go.
right. I mean, I already told you my personal opinion. I like my hybrids, but I mean, I'm not going to deny that all electric vehicles, when the mileage on the battery fits your trip, like you're going to have more higher performance in those things.
I'll stick to my gas powered trusty. They're worth it.
Yeah, I mean, you don't got
Right?
to worry about your lithium ion battery exploding underneath your body.
Exactly. I don't have to
Exactly.
worry about
But
driving a fucking time bomb.
I mean, but those, if you understand that that could happen, those are things that would almost never happen if you understand how it could happen and
But
avoid it.
they could
And
have.
and and,
I
and
And
mean,
how can
has.
it happen?
I mean,
If
if
it's
you park your,
extremely cold,
if it's extremely hot, if it's extremely cold and the cooling system is not been maintenance properly, the cooling system could start a fire. But more likely, if you park that thing under a scoldering fucking like in a metal shed, and you're charging it in a metal shed, which is already going to be above your ambient temperature.
right?
Like I don't know, man. I mean, it's
If
anecdotal.
the
You'd have to
battery
start looking
gets
them up.
wet,
There was that family driving around in one of those all electrics and the battery exploded. The
Yeah,
family didn't make it out.
yeah, exactly. Well, was that a all 100-mile range or more car?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know it was one of the Teslas.
Well, the Cybertruck exploded, and the only person that died was the one who fucking lit himself on fire inside the car. Dude standing fucking. If that dude on the corner was smoking a cigarette, the you would have been able to smell a cigarette, but he only had minor injuries from that car exploding right next to him.
You know, the only
Like
thing I in a
it's
gas powered car that I got to worry about exploding is a tire.
yeah. I mean, you'd have to worry about your gas car exploding too if it caught on fire. I'll refer you again to Whistling Diesel because he's caught quite a few of his gas cars on fire where they've exploded. Like literally, like when you don't treat something right, it's going to blow up.
Yes, that it will.
And
most
it's
of the time,
But I treat my cars right. And like I said, I rather pay for the parts on my car than pay for the parts on a fucking goddamn electric vehicle or a hybrid vehicle on top of that.
right?
So,
Right?
with that being
my
said,
brakes cost the same
we're
as
not
brakes.
talking about brake pads, bro.
Dude, how often do you do any of
Anything
that shit?
go out with that
I
fucking
put
generator or
150,000 miles on my car. I've never put anything but brakes and oil into it. Like, like
You haven't flushed the transmission or none of that?
no, I've left that shit be. No,
let
it's
it
not.
be,
It's
let
not a
it
tranny.
be, let it be,
So yeah.
let it be.
So the electric motor drives the tires.
It will blow up
It has
tomorrow. Let it be.
the engine's just a generator. So there is no like tranny. There's a alternator. There's a high powered
How much that
inverter.
alternator cost?
What's that?
How much that alternator cost?
Never had to replace it. And I got
Just
150,000
just in
miles out of my
case.
car.
Just in case. How much does it cost?
I don't know. I haven't looked it
Probably
up.
about
I've already,
$700.
dude. I spent $6,000 on the car. I got 150,000 miles out of it, and it lasted me 6 years. I think it was. Like I beat the shit out of that thing, and all I ever had to put on it was brakes once and synthetic oil, and it's not, you know, not a bad deal. Like
Alrighty. Well, For the
I've
final
spent
note,
more money on all gas cars. The Durango. Only got 100,000 miles out of my Durango.
well, that's a gas hog anyway. That's
Well,
son of a bitch.
brand new. I
You
got
goddamn
28
fucking
miles to
leave
the
a
gallon.
fucking you leave a goddamn stoplight, there goes 3 gallons.
Hmm.
So, anywho, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for joining us for another episode of Gen X and Beyond. I just want to sit there and say thanks to everybody who joins us. Thanks to everybody who will sit there and has been there for us. All of our subscribers that we got thus far, thank you. And we are out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all have a good night.